Hello everyone, and welcome. In today's NC DMV permit test practice session, we'll go through 200 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first. Choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Question 1. Downward-facing triangular signs. Option A. Indicate school zones. Option B. Tell drivers to yield. Option C. Indicate construction zones. Option D. Indicate railroad crossings. The correct answer is option B. Tell drivers to yield. Explanation. Downward-facing triangular signs usually indicate that drivers should yield once the road is clear of traffic or pedestrians and it is safe to do so. Drivers may proceed. Question 2. You plan to make a right turn after stopping at an intersection. Usually it is best to Option A. Signal for the traffic coming from behind to drive around you. Option B. Turn from the center portion of the lane. Option C. Turn from the right portion of the lane. Option D. Turn from the left portion of the lane. The correct answer is option C. Turn from the right portion of the lane. Explanation. You should maintain a central lane position when preparing to turn at an intersection. This will discourage drivers from trying to squeeze into your lane next to you before you complete your turn. Question 3. On slippery roads, you should Option A. Slow down. Option B. Drive more quickly. Option C. Drive the speed limit with caution. Option D. Not drive more quickly than 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A. Slow down. Explanation. You should slow down at the first sign of rain, snow, or sleet, all of which can create slippery road conditions. When conditions on the road are less than ideal, safety may require that you drive more slowly than the posted speed limit. Question 4. When entering traffic from a private driveway. Option A. You must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Option B. You have the right of way over other traffic. Option C. Enter only if there is a traffic light. Option D. Have someone stop the traffic on the road you're entering. The correct answer is option A. You must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Explanation. Drivers entering a road from a driveway, alley, parking lot, or roadside must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Question 5. When you want to make a right turn, your car must be Option A. Near the center of the street. Option B. Close to the left side of the street. Option C. Close to the right side of the street. Option D. Past the center of the intersection when you begin to turn. The correct answer is option C. Close to the right side of the street. Explanation. As you prepare to make a right turn, you should get as far to the right side of the road as possible. Do not cut across lanes of traffic to perform any turn. Question 6. About blank of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Option A. 60%. Option B. 38%. Option C. 24%. Option D. 10%. The correct answer is option B. 38%. Explanation. Drinking and driving is both illegal and dangerous. About 38% of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Question 7. You may avoid the risks of alcohol-related crashes by Option A. Deciding before you start drinking that you are not going to drive. Option B, simply saying, "No thanks, I'm driving," if someone offers you a drink. Option C, calling a taxi. Option D, doing any of the above. The correct answer is option A, deciding before you start drinking that you are not going to drive. Explanation: the only way to avoid the risks of drinking and driving is to decide before you start drinking that you are not going to drive. Because alcohol affects your judgment, it will be harder for you to make safe decisions after you have started drinking. Question 8. Always signal when. Option A, changing lanes. Option B, pulling into or out of a parking space. Option C, pulling into traffic from an alley or parking area. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, changing lanes. Explanation: always use the proper turn signal when changing lanes, pulling into or out of a parking space, or pulling into traffic from an alley or parking area. Communicate with other drivers on the road to help prevent accidents. Question 9. It is illegal to park within blank of a fire hydrant. Option A, 25 feet. Option B, 15 feet. Option C, 30 feet. Option D, 20 feet. The correct answer is option B, 15 feet. Explanation: it is illegal to park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 10. With a properly adjusted mirror, you can see: option A, only the lane beside you. Option B, only the lane behind you. Option C, the lane behind you and part of the lane next to you. Option D, everything behind and to the side of your motorcycle. The correct answer is option A, only the lane beside you. Explanation: you should adjust your mirrors so you can see the lane behind you and as much as possible of the lane next to you. Properly adjusted mirrors are an important part of remaining aware of your surroundings while on the road. Question 11. A red arrow displayed on a traffic light means that: option A, a driver must proceed slowly through the intersection. Option B, a driver must stop and then proceed when the way is clear. Option C, a driver must stop and then proceed when the signal changes to a green light or green arrow. Option D, a driver may turn in the direction that the red arrow is pointing. The correct answer is option C. A driver must stop and then proceed when the signal changes to a green light or green arrow. Explanation: unless a posted sign indicates otherwise, a traffic signal displaying a red arrow means that drivers must come to a full stop and remain stopped until a green light or green arrow appears. Question 12. When driving in heavy traffic, you should: option A, use hands-free cellular devices. Option B, use your cell phone for texting instead of calling. Option C, not use your cell phone. Option D, turn up the ringer on your cell phone. The correct answer is option C, not use your cell phone. Explanation: areas with heavy traffic, road construction, large numbers of pedestrians, or severe weather demand extra attention from a driver. The driver should avoid all possible distractions while in such areas, including cell phone use. Question 13. At an uncontrolled intersection, you must: option A, take the right-of-way cautiously. Option B, wait for other drivers to signal for you to go. Option C, slow down and yield to any vehicle already in the intersection and to the drivers who arrived before you. Option D, speed up and clear the intersection quickly. The correct answer is option C, Slow down and yield to any vehicle already in the intersection and to the drivers who arrived before you. Explanation. At an intersection where there is no stop sign, yield sign, or traffic signal, drivers must yield to vehicles in the intersection and to those which arrived first. Question 14. Before passing another vehicle, you should: Option A. Flash your headlights to alert the driver. Option B. Turn on your four-way flashers to warn the driver. Option C. Give the proper turn signal to show that you are changing lanes. Option D. Sound your horn to get the driver's attention. The correct answer is option C. Give the proper turn signal to show that you are changing lanes. Explanation. Before passing, make sure the passing lane is clear and activate the proper turn signal to show you are going to change lanes. Signal early enough for other drivers to know your plans in advance. Question 15. Signs indicating areas of public recreation are: Option A, orange. Option B, red. Option C, green. Option D, brown. The correct answer is option D, brown. Explanation. Signs that are brown indicate areas of cultural and historical significance or of public recreation. They can be a helpful resource when traveling in unfamiliar locations. Question 16. What does a single dashed white line separating traffic mean? Option A. Drivers may pass, even if it could be dangerous. Option B. Lanes move in opposite directions. Option C. Drivers may not pass. Option D. Drivers may pass if it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option D. Drivers may pass if it is safe to do so. Explanation. White lines separate lanes of traffic that are moving in the same direction. Dashed white lines may be crossed to pass or change lanes if it is safe to do so. Question 17. A converter dolly that has ABS can be identified: Option A, by a blue sticker. Option B, by an orange sticker. Option C, by a yellow lamp on the left side of the dolly. Option D, by a blue lamp on the left side of the trailer. The correct answer is option C, by a yellow lamp on the left side of the dolly. Explanation. Dollies manufactured on or after March 1, 1998 must have anti-lock braking systems ABS. A dolly with ABS must be identifiable by a yellow lamp on its left side. Question 18. When approaching a railroad crossing while operating a school bus, you should generally: Option A, stop between 15 and 50 feet before the nearest rail. Option B, stop 100 feet before the nearest rail. Option C, stop 10 feet before the nearest rail. Option D, continue across the tracks without stopping. The correct answer is option A. Stop between 15 and 50 feet before the nearest rail. Explanation. In general, school bus drivers should stop before any railroad crossings to check the tracks for approaching trains. Drivers should stop no closer than 15 feet and no farther than 50 feet from the nearest rail in order to have the best view of the tracks. They should look and listen for approaching trains before proceeding through the crossing. Question 19. Your body gets rid of approximately: Option A, 3 alcoholic drinks an hour. Option B, 1 alcoholic drink an hour. Option C, 2 alcoholic drinks an hour. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option B, 1 alcoholic drink an hour. Explanation. The average person's body will process about 1 alcoholic drink in 1 hour. However, many factors play a part in determining how impaired a person will become when consuming alcohol, including the amount of alcohol consumed, how fast it is consumed, and a person's body weight, food intake, and general health. Question 20. Vehicle stopping distances never depend on Option A, your own reaction time. Option B, the time of day. Option C, the condition of your vehicle's brakes. Option D, the condition and type of your vehicle's tires. The correct answer is option D, the condition and type of your vehicle's tires. Explanation. The distance that a vehicle needs to stop depends on the motorist's reaction time, weather and visibility conditions, the vehicle's weight, the conditions of the vehicle's brakes, the condition and type of the vehicle's tires, roadway conditions, and speed. Question 21. What should you do when confronted with an aggressive driver? Option A, make eye contact. Option B, try to stay in the other driver's way. Option C, ignore their gestures. Option D, have a conversation. The correct answer is option A, make eye contact. Explanation. If confronted by an aggressive driver, the most important thing for you to do is get out of their way. Avoid making eye contact. Do not challenge them by increasing your speed, and do not let yourself be provoked by any angry gestures they direct toward you. Question 22. Pennant-shaped signs indicate Option A, school zones. Option B, speed limits. Option C, railroad crossings. Option D, no passing zones. The correct answer is option D, no passing zones. Explanation. Pennant-shaped signs usually indicate no passing zones. Text will also be on the sign to confirm that it is a no passing zone. Question 23. Your lane position should do all of the following, except Option A, increase your ability to see and be seen. Option B, avoid other drivers' blind spots. Option C, avoid surface hazards. Option D, prevent access to an escape route. The correct answer is option B, avoid other drivers' blind spots. Explanation. A properly chosen lane position should provide a number of benefits, including an increased ability to see others and to be seen. It should help you avoid wind blasts, other drivers' blind spots, and surface hazards. Your lane position should discourage other drivers from trying to share your lane and provide you with an escape route should a hazard arise. Question 24. If a vehicle using high beams comes toward you, you should Option A, turn on your high beams. Option B, turn off your headlights. Option C, sound your horn. Option D, flash your high beams. The correct answer is option D, flash your high beams. Explanation. If a vehicle using high beams comes toward you, flash your high beams quickly a few times. If the driver does not dim their lights, look toward the right side of the road. This will keep you from being blinded by the other vehicle's headlights. Question 25. The driver's left arm and hand are extended upward. This hand signal means that the driver plans to Option A, turn left. Option B, turn right. Option C, come to a stop. Option D, go straight ahead. The correct answer is option B, turn right. Explanation. If a driver's left arm and hand are extended upward, they are indicating that they intend to turn right. Adjust your driving accordingly if following a driver who is using this hand signal. Question 26. On long trips, you can prevent drowsiness by Option A, turning on your car radio. Option B, slowing down. Option C. Stopping at regular intervals for rest. Option D. Moving your eyes from side to side as you drive. The correct answer is option C. Stopping at regular intervals for rest. Explanation. To prevent drowsiness on long trips, you should schedule regular stops. Give yourself time to rest and stretch, even if you are not feeling tired. Question 27. Under normal weather and traffic conditions, keep a minimum following distance of the Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 3 seconds. Explanation. The more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you have to react to the movements of surrounding vehicles. Keep a minimum following distance of 3 seconds under normal weather and traffic conditions. Increase your following distance anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 28. Before backing your tractor under the trailer, make sure your trailer brakes are Option A, disengaged. Option B, locked. Option C, deactivated. Option D, dry. The correct answer is option B, locked. Explanation. Correctly following the steps to couple and uncouple trailers is vital to safely operating a combination vehicle. Before backing your tractor under the trailer while coupling, make sure your trailer brakes are locked. Question 29. A flashing yellow light at an intersection means that you should Option A, slow down and proceed with care. Option B, continue normally through the intersection. Option C, stop and proceed when a green light appears. Option D, stop and proceed when the way is clear. The correct answer is option A, slow down and proceed with care. Explanation. A flashing yellow light at an intersection means caution. If you approach such a light, slow down, look, and proceed with care. Question 30. A bicyclist who doesn't obey traffic laws. Option A, is in the right because bicyclists don't have to obey traffic laws. Option B, can be ticketed. Option C, will always receive a warning from law enforcement. Option D, will have their bicycle impounded. The correct answer is option B, can be ticketed. Explanation. All bicyclists have the same rights, duties, and responsibilities as drivers of motor vehicles. Motorists and bicyclists who do not obey traffic laws can be ticketed. Question 31. During an applied leakage test, the maximum leakage rate for a triple combination vehicle is Option A, 10 psi in a minute. Option B, 8 psi in a minute. Option C, 6 psi in a minute. Option D, 4 psi in a minute. The correct answer is option C, 6 psi in a minute. Explanation. It is important to know the maximum air loss rate that is safe for your specific vehicle. A triple combination should have a leakage rate no higher than 6 psi in a minute during an applied leakage test. Question 32. How can you prevent drowsiness before a trip? Option A, get about 4 hours of sleep. Option B, plan stopping points into your trip in advance. Option C, drive alone. Option D, schedule long trips at night. The correct answer is option B, plan stopping points into your trip in advance. Explanation. To prevent drowsiness on a long trip, strategies include getting adequate sleep beforehand, planning out the route and stopping points in advance, driving with a passenger, and driving at times during which you are normally awake. Question 33. If the spring brakes are activated, you should never Option A, push down the brake pedal. Option B, open the hood. Option C, release air from the air storage tanks. Option D, open the door to the cab. The correct answer is option A. Push down the brake pedal. Explanation: never apply the brake pedal if your spring brakes are activated. Brakes can be damaged if they are subject to both springs and air pressure. Question 34. If traffic prevents you from crossing all the way across a set of railroad tracks, you may proceed only when: Option A, an approaching train is not moving fast enough to be a danger. Option B, there is room for your entire vehicle on the other side. Option C, at least one half of your vehicle can cross the tracks. Option D, no trains are in sight. The correct answer is option C. At least one half of your vehicle can cross the tracks. Explanation: you must not, under any circumstances, attempt to cross railroad tracks unless you are certain that your entire vehicle will clear all of the tracks. If other traffic prevents you from going fully across, wait and cross only when there is room. Question 35. When a brake pedal is pressed and the S-cam is turned, the S-cam: Option A, presses the brake shoes against the inside of the brake drum. Option B, tightens the brake drum onto the axle. Option C, presses the brake lining against the wheel. Option D, releases air from the air tanks. The correct answer is option A. Presses the brake shoes against the inside of the brake drum. Explanation: when a brake pedal is pressed and the S-cam is turned, the S-cam presses the brake shoes against the inside of the brake drum. This causes friction and will cause the vehicle to slow. Question 36. When you see or hear an emergency vehicle coming, you should: Option A, stop immediately and let the vehicle pass. Option B, drive as far toward the right side of the road as is safe and stop. Option C, proceed slowly and permit the vehicle to pass. Option D, keep moving slowly, staying to the right side of the road. The correct answer is option B. Drive as far toward the right side of the road as is safe and stop. Explanation: when driving on a two-lane roadway or undivided highway, you must yield to an emergency vehicle using its lights and slash or siren, regardless of the direction from which it is approaching. Immediately drive as near as possible to the right side of the road and stop, taking care not to stop within an intersection. Question 37. When traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical, the red light is a: Option A, on the right. Option B, in the middle. Option C, on the left. Option D, on a separate traffic signal. The correct answer is option A, on the right. Explanation: in some metropolitan areas, traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical. On these signals, the red light is on the left, the yellow light is in the middle, and the green light is on the right. Question 38. Don't follow other cars too closely because: Option A, you may not see the road between the cars. Option B, you may not have time to stop if the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly. Option C, you may not see the vehicle's turn signals. Option D, you may not see the other vehicle's brake lights. The correct answer is option B. You may not have time to stop if the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly. Explanation: if you follow too closely and the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly, you may not have enough time to avoid a collision. Question 39. Passive railroad crossings. Option A, have control devices. Option B, do not have control devices. Option C, should be avoided. Option D, usually have a flagger directing traffic. The correct answer is option A, have control devices. Explanation. Passive railroad crossings are not controlled by any traffic control devices. At such crossings, it is entirely a driver's responsibility to determine when it is safe to cross the tracks. Question 40. From top to bottom, the following is the proper order for traffic lights. Option A, red, yellow, green. Option B, red, green, yellow. Option C, green, red, yellow. Option D, green, yellow, red. The correct answer is option A, red, yellow, green. Explanation. On a traffic signal arranged vertically, red is always on top and green on the bottom. When arranged horizontally, red is always on the left and green on the right. Question 41. A modulating control valve can control the Option A, spring brakes. Option B, landing gear. Option C, air brakes. Option D, anti-lock braking system ABS. The correct answer is option A, spring brakes. Explanation. A modulating control valve allows a driver to gradually apply spring brakes. In equipped vehicles, the valve is controlled by a lever located on the dashboard. Question 42. What does a single dashed yellow line separating traffic mean? Option A, drivers may pass if it is safe to do so. Option B, both lanes travel in the same direction. Option C, drivers may not pass. Option D, drivers may pass, even if it could be dangerous. The correct answer is option C. Drivers may not pass. Explanation. Yellow lines separate traffic moving in opposite directions. A single dashed yellow line in the center of a road indicates that vehicles traveling in both directions are permitted to pass. Drivers may only begin a pass if they will not interfere with any oncoming traffic. Question 43. Crossbuck signs indicate Option A, railroad crossings. Option B, school zones. Option C, no passing zones. Option D, hospitals. The correct answer is option A, railroad crossings. Explanation. Crossbuck signs tell road users to yield to trains at railroad crossings. Motorcyclists should never try to race a train. Question 44. A red and white triangular sign at an intersection means Option A, slow down if an emergency vehicle is approaching. Option B, look both ways as you cross the intersection. Option C, always come to a full stop at the intersection. Option D, slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. The correct answer is option D, slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. Explanation. A triangular red and white yield sign means that you must decrease speed as you approach an intersection and yield the right of way to any vehicles or pedestrians in the intersection. You must be prepared to stop if conditions require it. Question 45. You may drive in a high-occupancy vehicle HOV lane if Option A, you are driving faster than the flow of traffic. Option B, you are driving more slowly than the flow of traffic. Option C, your vehicle has multiple occupants. Option D, you are trying to get somewhere quickly. The correct answer is option C. Your vehicle has multiple occupants. Explanation. Some highways reserve the left lane for vehicles with multiple occupants. These high-occupancy vehicle HOV lanes are identified by signs and diamond pavement symbols. Question 46. Which type of vehicle is most prone to the crack whip effect? Option A, a 5-axle tractor semi-trailer. Option B, a 3-axle tractor semi-trailer. Option C, a bobtail tractor. Option D, a triple trailer. The correct answer is option D, a triple trailer. Explanation: triple combination trailers are most vulnerable to the crack whip effect. Question 47. By law, a driver must signal at least blank before a turn or lane change. Option A, 10 feet. Option B, 30 feet. Option C, 50 feet. Option D, 100 feet. The correct answer is option D, 100 feet. Explanation: you are legally required to signal not less than 100 feet before making a turn or lane change. In general, signaling 3 to 5 seconds in advance will ensure that you meet this requirement. If your vehicle's signal lights are not working, you must use hand signals. Question 48. A chemical test is used to measure: Option A, reaction time. Option B, blood alcohol content. Option C, vision. Option D, driving ability. The correct answer is option B, blood alcohol content. Explanation: blood alcohol content, BAC, is normally determined by a chemical test of breath, blood, urine, or saliva. However, a chemical test is not necessary to prove that you were intoxicated or impaired. The testimony of a police officer about how you were driving, or your appearance and behavior when arrested, can provide enough evidence to convict you, even without a chemical test. Question 49. You may not park within blank of a railroad crossing. Option A, 100 feet. Option B, 75 feet. Option C, 50 feet. Option D, 150 feet. The correct answer is option C, 50 feet. Explanation: drivers should never park within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. Drivers should only park where it is legal to do so and where drivers from both directions can clearly see the stopped vehicle. Question 50. A flashing red signal means: Option A, slow down. Option B, the same thing as a stop sign. Option C, caution, there may be danger. Option D, look both ways and then proceed. The correct answer is option B, the same thing as a stop sign. Explanation: like a stop sign, a red flashing light at an intersection means that you must come to a complete stop before entering the intersection. If you are facing a red flashing light at an intersection at which cross traffic is not required to stop, you may proceed only when the intersection is clear and when you will not interfere with the right-of-way of cross traffic. Question 51. When approaching a traffic signal displaying a steady green arrow, drivers: Option A, should merge into a lane in the direction of the arrow. Option B, should slow to a stop if it is safe to do so. Option C, may turn in the direction of the arrow after yielding to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection. Option D, may drive straight through the intersection. The correct answer is option C, may turn in the direction of the arrow after yielding to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection. Explanation: a green arrow displayed on a traffic signal tells drivers that they may turn in the direction of the arrow. You must be in the proper lane for such a turn. Yield the right-of-way to vehicles and pedestrians already in the intersection. Question 52. You must indicate your intention to turn at least blank before turning. Option A, 100 feet. Option B, 50 feet. Option C, 200 feet. Option D, 300 feet. The correct answer is option A, 100 feet. Explanation. A hand or mechanical turn signal must be displayed for a minimum of 100 feet before a vehicle turns or changes lanes. The signal should be displayed for a longer distance when the vehicle is traveling at a high speed. Question 53. You must adjust your driving speed to accommodate for Option A, existing road conditions. Option B, weather conditions. Option C, other traffic. Option D, all of these. The correct answer is option A, existing road conditions. Explanation. When driving conditions are less than ideal, a driver must decrease their driving speed. Conditions may become less than ideal due to the road surface, weather, time of day, road width, or traffic. Question 54. The controlled braking method is Option A, when the driver locks the wheels and steers. Option B, when the driver uses the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Option C, when the driver only slightly taps the brakes. Option D, when the driver downshifts the gears to brake. The correct answer is option B, when the driver uses the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Explanation. The method of controlled braking involves applying the brakes as hard as you can without locking the wheels. If you need to make large steering adjustments while using controlled braking, you should remove your foot from the brake pedal, steer, then reapply the brakes. Question 55. Roads become very slippery. Option A, when it has been raining for an hour or more. Option B, the day after it rains. Option C, for the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm. Option D, right after the rain has stopped. The correct answer is option C, for the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm. Explanation. Pavement can become very slippery within the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm because the rain causes oil in the asphalt to rise to the surface of the road. This problem becomes even worse in hot weather. The heat combined with the water causes more oil to rise to the road surface. Question 56. If your vehicle begins to skid, you should Option A, overcorrect. Option B, turn your steering wheel into traffic. Option C, turn your steering wheel in the direction of the skid. Option D, release the steering wheel. The correct answer is option C, turn your steering wheel in the direction of the skid. Explanation. If your vehicle begins to skid, remain calm. Steer in the direction of the skid. Question 57. The posted speed limit shows Option A, only a recommended driving speed. Option B, the exact speed at which you must travel to avoid a ticket. Option C, the maximum safe driving speed under ideal road and weather conditions. Option D, the maximum safe driving speed under all road conditions. The correct answer is option C, the maximum safe driving speed under ideal road and weather conditions. Explanation. A speed limit sign shows the maximum legal driving speed for the stretch of highway where it is posted. Driving safely may require you to travel more slowly than the posted limit. When conditions are less than ideal, drivers should slow down. Question 58. You are driving on a busy street and your vehicle's accelerator sticks open. You should Option A, blow your horn. Option B, slam on your brakes. Option C, turn on your four-way flashers. Option D, turn off your ignition, taking care not to engage the steering wheel locking mechanism. The correct answer is option D. Turn off your ignition, taking care not to engage the steering wheel locking mechanism. Explanation: if your vehicle's accelerator sticks open, your vehicle will continue to maintain its speed or accelerate, even if you remove your foot from the gas pedal. Turn off the ignition, using care to move the ignition switch only far enough to stop the engine and not engage the steering wheel locking mechanism. Apply your brakes and move off the road to a safe area. Question 59. What do headers do? Option A. Protect the driver during a crash. Option B. Provide a place for storage. Option C. Ensure that controls are accessible. Option D. Act as wind guards. The correct answer is option A. Protect the driver during a crash. Explanation: front-end header boards protect the driver from the forward motion of their cargo in the event of a crash or emergency stop. Question 60. Pentagonal signs indicate: Option A. School zones. Option B. No passing zones. Option C. Speed limits. Option D. Railroad crossings. The correct answer is option A. School zones. Explanation: pentagonal signs indicate that you are in a school zone. Be extra alert to children and pedestrians when traveling near a school. Question 61. When approaching a flashing red traffic light, drivers should: Option A. Drive through the intersection if there is no crossing traffic. Option B. Continue driving as they have the right of way. Option C. Stop if a police officer is nearby. Option D. Treat the light like a stop sign. The correct answer is option D. Treat the light like a stop sign. Explanation: flashing red lights are used at dangerous intersections. Treat them like stop signs. Question 62. At an intersection with a stop sign, you should stop and: Option A. Check your rearview mirror for cars tailgating. Option B. Move when the vehicle ahead of you moves. Option C. Look right first, then left, then right again. Option D. Look left first, then right, then left again. The correct answer is option D. Look left first, then right, then left again. Explanation: when stopped at an intersection, you should first look to your left, as vehicles coming from the left are closer to you than vehicles coming from the right. Look to your right, then look to your left again, in case there are any vehicles coming from that direction that you did not see at first glance. Question 63. The correct way to use a freeway exit ramp is to: Option A. Slow down before entering the exit ramp. Option B. Slow down once moving onto the exit ramp. Option C. Keep your speed constant once in the exit ramp. Option D. Pass slower traffic in the exit ramp. The correct answer is option A. Slow down before entering the exit ramp. Explanation: when using a freeway exit ramp, do not slow down until you move onto the exit ramp. Question 64. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit is blank on streets and highways. Option A. 70 miles per hour. Option B. 55 miles per hour. Option C. 45 miles per hour. Option D. 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B. 55 miles per hour. Explanation: unless otherwise posted, the speed limit on streets and highways is 55 miles per hour. If a posted sign indicates otherwise, follow the speed limit on the posted sign. Question 65. When taking medication before driving, the most important thing for you to do is to Option A. Get behind the wheel before the medicine can take effect. Option B. Make several rest stops on your trip. Option C. Understand the effects of the medication and adjust your driving accordingly. Option D. Ask another person to ride with you. The correct answer is option C. Understand the effects of the medication and adjust your driving accordingly. Explanation. Many medications can produce side effects that may impair your driving skills. If you are taking any medications, be aware of their side effects and do not drive if they interfere with your ability to drive. Question 66. You are driving on a highway divided by two solid yellow lines. You may Option A. Cross these lines only to make a left turn into or from an alley, private road, or driveway. Option B. Cross these lines to pass other vehicles, but only if there is no oncoming traffic. Option C. Cross these lines under no circumstances. Option D. Cross these lines only to make a U-turn. The correct answer is option A. Cross these lines only to make a left turn into or from an alley, private road, or driveway. Explanation. Double solid yellow lines are used to mark roadways where passing is prohibited from both directions. You may cross these lines only to make a left turn into or from an alley, private road, or driveway. Question 67. You may not park within blank of a crosswalk. Option A. 20 feet. Option B. 30 feet. Option C. 40 feet. Option D. 50 feet. The correct answer is option A. 20 feet. Explanation. Drivers may not park within 20 feet of a crosswalk at an intersection. Only park where you will not be disruptive to traffic and where other drivers can clearly see your vehicle from every direction. Question 68. When being passed by another vehicle, motorcyclists should be alert to Option A. The other vehicle's extended mirrors. Option B. Objects being thrown from the other vehicle. Option C. Gusts of wind coming from the passing vehicle. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option C. Gusts of wind coming from the passing vehicle. Explanation. When being passed, motorcyclists should be careful not to be hit by any part of the passing vehicle, including its mirrors. In addition to the vehicle itself, motorcyclists should also be aware of wind gusts coming from the passing vehicle and potential objects being thrown by a passenger in the vehicle who may not be paying attention to the road. Question 69. When the driver behind you wants to pass, you should Option A. Speed up. Option B. Go the same speed. Option C. Slow down to allow room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete the pass easily. Option D. Change lanes. The correct answer is option C. Slow down to allow room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete the pass easily. Explanation. When the driver behind you wants to pass, you should slow down so that there is enough room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete their pass. This will allow them to complete the passing maneuver in less time and more easily. Question 70. After a train has passed, you should Option A. Cross the tracks immediately. Option B. Check for another train before proceeding across the tracks. Option C. Assume no other trains are nearby. Option D. Slowly creep across the tracks. The correct answer is option B. Check for another train before proceeding across the tracks. Explanation. After a train has passed in front of your bus, You should check the tracks for another train coming from either direction before you proceed. A second train could be approaching on a second set of tracks at the same crossing. Question 71. When a truck driver behind you wants to pass your vehicle, option A, your speed should remain steady or decrease. Option B, you should stop. Option C, you should change lanes. Option D, your speed should increase. The correct answer is option D. Your speed should increase. Explanation. When a truck passes your vehicle, you will make it easier and safer for the truck driver if you reduce your speed slightly and then keep your reduced speed steady. In any event, do not increase your speed while the truck is passing you. Question 72. The risk of hydroplaning can be reduced by driving. Option A, through shallow water. Option B, more quickly. Option C, more slowly. Option D, through deep water. The correct answer is option C, more slowly. Explanation. Because hydroplaning is caused by driving too quickly in wet conditions, the risk of it happening can be reduced by driving more slowly. Question 73. Traffic signals sometimes display arrows to control turns from specific lanes. A green arrow, option A, is used only on one-way streets. Option B has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic must turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Option C means that you may proceed, but only if the green arrow is accompanied by a circular green light. Option D points the way to an airport. The correct answer is option B. Has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic must turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Explanation. A green arrow has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic in the indicated lane must turn in the direction shown by the arrow. Question 74. If a tire fails, you should: Option A, loosen your grip on the steering wheel. Option B, immediately apply the brakes. Option C, check your tires after coming to a complete stop. Option D, turn sharply off the road. The correct answer is option C. Check your tires after coming to a complete stop. Explanation. In the event of tire failure, hold the steering wheel firmly. Stay off the brakes and let the vehicle slow down on its own. Once the vehicle has slowed considerably, you should brake very gently, pull off the road, and stop. Check your tires after coming to a complete stop. Question 75. When involved in a collision, you should: Option A, move the injured to their desired location. Option B, avoid moving the injured unless absolutely necessary. Option C, only call emergency personnel if it seems necessary. Option D, insist the injured are fine without immediate medical attention. The correct answer is option C. Only call emergency personnel if it seems necessary. Explanation. When involved in a collision, you should assume the worst and call emergency personnel right away. If someone is injured or killed, you should not move them unless it is absolutely necessary. Question 76. When should you slow down and increase your following distance? Option A, when the road is wet. Option B, when your visibility is limited. Option C, when driving in heavy traffic. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, when the road is wet. Explanation. Slow down and increase your following distance when the road is wet, when the road is crowded, and or when your vision is limited. You should always be able to stop within the area you can see ahead of your car. Question 77. Driving significantly under the speed limit is a Option A, dangerous. Option B, smart. Option C, safe. Option D, optional. The correct answer is option A, dangerous. Explanation. Driving below the posted speed limit can also be dangerous. If you must drive slower, you should still observe the posted minimum speed limit. At places where it is unsafe to pass, the slow driver forces other drivers to creep along behind or take unnecessary risks while trying to pass. Question 78. You may turn right on a solid red traffic light. Option A, when there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Option B, before pedestrians have crossed any intersecting crosswalks. Option C, before coming to a complete stop. Option D, after coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. The correct answer is option D, after coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. Explanation. You may turn right on a solid red light after coming to a full stop. You may only turn if it is safe to do so and if there is no sign prohibiting the turn. Yield to cross traffic and pedestrians. Question 79. A properly adjusted flat mirror should allow the driver to see. Option A, the rear tires touching the ground. Option B, the front tires touching the ground. Option C, only the roadway and no parts of the bus. Option D, the front bumper. The correct answer is option C, only the roadway and no parts of the bus. Explanation. Properly adjusted flat mirrors on a school bus should allow the driver to see 200 feet behind the bus, the base of each rear wheel, and the sides of the bus. Question 80. When parking a double or triple vehicle, option A, you should back into your parking spot. Option B, you should park on the roadway. Option C, you should park in a location where you can pull forward to exit. Option D, you should ask people to move their vehicles. The correct answer is option A. You should back into your parking spot. Explanation. When parking a double or triple, you should select a parking spot where you can pull forward when leaving. Be aware of the arrangement of the parking lot to avoid the need for a long and difficult exit. Question 81. What causes the crack-the-whip effect? Option A, rearward amplification. Option B, bad tires. Option C, empty trailers. Option D, good driving. The correct answer is option A, rearward amplification. Explanation. Vehicles with trailers are vulnerable to rollover due to the crack-the-whip effect, which is caused by rearward amplification. Rearward amplification varies from vehicle to vehicle, so it is important that drivers are aware of the rearward amplification of their specific vehicles. Question 82. You may not park within blank of a fire hydrant. Option A, 10 feet. Option B, 25 feet. Option C, 50 feet. Option D, 100 feet. The correct answer is option A, 10 feet. Explanation. There are many areas where a driver cannot park. You may not park within 10 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 83. If driving in a foggy area, you should not. Option A, decrease your speed. Option B, increase your speed. Option C, use your low beam headlights. Option D, turn on your four-way flashers. The correct answer is option C. Use your low beam headlights. Explanation. It is safest not to drive in foggy areas. However, if you must drive through fog, you should slow down, use your low beam headlights and fog lights, and turn on your four-way flashers. Question 84. How far from the steering wheel should a driver sit? Option A, 5 inches. Option B, 7 to 9 inches. Option C, 10 inches. Option D, 12 to 15 inches. The correct answer is option D, 12 to 15 inches. Explanation. If your vehicle has an airbag, you should be at least 12 to 15 inches away from the steering wheel. Don't move your seat so far forward that you can't steer properly. Question 85. What happens when a vehicle hydroplanes? Option A, the tires lose contact with the road. Option B, the tires have extra traction. Option C, the vehicle is easier to control. Option D, the vehicle becomes heavier. The correct answer is option A. The tires lose contact with the road. Explanation. Hydroplaning occurs when a vehicle's tires lose contact with the road surface and instead glide along on a film of water above the surface of the road. Question 86. Always wear your seat belts shoulder strap. Option A, behind your back. Option B, loosely. Option C, under your arm. Option D, snug, without any slack. The correct answer is option A, behind your back. Explanation. Your shoulder and lap belts should be snug. Your shoulder belt should be worn over your shoulder and across your chest, not behind your back or under your arm. Question 87. After stopping for a school bus that is unloading children. Option A, do not proceed until the children wave to you. Option B, watch for children walking along the side of the road. Option C, accelerate quickly. Option D, turn on your emergency flashers. The correct answer is option B. Watch for children walking along the side of the road. Explanation. After stopping for a school bus that has its stop arm extended and its lights flashing, watch for children walking along the side of the road. You should always drive with caution when driving near children. Question 88. When carrying a load, you should. Option A, keep the load behind the rear axle. Option B, secure the load with a rope. Option C, fasten the load against the frame on the back of the seat. Option D, keep the load low and as far forward as possible. The correct answer is option B. Secure the load with a rope. Explanation. To avoid affecting the motorcycle's balance, you should secure loads low and to the front. Secure loads with elastic cords rather than with rope, as rope can stretch and become loose. Question 89. When parked on the side of the road, you should. Option A, use only the rear flashing lights. Option B, use one set of turn signals. Option C, use your high beam headlights. Option D, use your four-way flashers. The correct answer is option D. Use your four-way flashers. Explanation. Always turn on your four-way emergency flashers if you must park on the side of the road. This is especially important when traveling at night. Question 90. Escape ramps are. Option A, ramps to exit the interstate quickly. Option B, ramps connecting 4-lane highways and 2-lane highways. Option C, ramps that can be used by stop runaway vehicles on steep downhills. Option D, ramps that cannot be used by automobiles. The correct answer is option C, ramps that can be used by stop runaway vehicles on steep downhills. Explanation. Escape ramps are constructed in areas with steep downgrades to allow a means of safely stopping runaway vehicles. They consist of a long bed of loose, soft material and sometimes an uphill slope. Question 91. In bad weather, increase your following distance to Option A, 4 seconds. Option B, 3 seconds. Option C, 2 seconds. Option D, 1 second. The correct answer is option A, 4 seconds. Explanation. The more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you will have to react if another driver makes a mistake. Keep a minimum following distance of 4 seconds when driving under poor weather and traffic conditions. Question 92. HOV lanes are reserved for Option A, vehicles with multiple passengers. Option B, motorcycles. Option C, government vehicles. Option D, vehicles with one occupant. The correct answer is option D, vehicles with one occupant. Explanation. HOV stands for high occupancy vehicles. HOV lanes are reserved for vehicles with more than one occupant. Signs indicate how many people must be in the vehicle, as well as the days and hours during which the restriction applies. Question 93. You may cross double solid yellow lines. Option A, to pass a slow-moving truck. Option B, to turn into a driveway. Option C, to pass another car. Option D, under no conditions. The correct answer is option B, to turn into a driveway. Explanation. Double solid lines indicate that you may not pass or change lanes. You cannot cross the lines unless it is to turn left to enter or exit a highway, to turn into or from a driveway, or to make a U-turn where permitted. Question 94. When you are parallel parking, it is usually best to Option A, give a right signal on the approach, drive past the space and stop, then back into the space. Option B, park your vehicle within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the road. Option C, center your vehicle inside the space to give surrounding cars room to maneuver. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B. Park your vehicle within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the road. Explanation. When parallel parking, turn on your right signal and stop, pulling even with the car in front of where you want to park, then back into the space. Park within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the road. Be sure to center your car in the space to allow surrounding vehicles room to maneuver. Question 95. The speed limit in business zones is Option A, 15 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 30 miles per hour. Option D, 35 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless posted otherwise, the speed limit for passenger vehicles and motorcycles in business, residential, or school areas is 25 miles per hour. Question 96. You come to an intersection with a flashing red light. You must Option A, slow down and drive carefully through the intersection. Option B, turn either right or left since the road is blocked ahead. Option C, stop at the intersection and wait for a flashing green light. Option D, stop at the intersection, then proceed as traffic allows. The correct answer is option C. Stop at the intersection and wait for a flashing green light. Explanation. A flashing red light means that you must come to a full stop and then proceed when the way is clear. Question 97. One of the penalties for driving under the influence of alcohol is Option A, a 5-year driver license suspension. Option B, a $100 fine. Option C, required attendance at an alcohol highway safety school. Option D, a 12-hour sentence in jail. The correct answer is option C, required attendance at an alcohol highway safety school. Explanation. In addition to other penalties, attending an alcohol highway safety school will be required for first or second offenses at any level of impairment. Question 98. Convex mirrors. Option A cannot be used on vehicles transporting hazardous materials. Option B can replace flat mirrors. Option C can help a driver see a large area. Option D are illegal in most states. The correct answer is option B, can replace flat mirrors. Explanation. Convex mirrors are curved to provide drivers with wider views of the road than can be provided by flat mirrors. However, convex mirrors also make objects appear to be smaller and farther away than they really are. Question 99. When should drivers drive across or park on a median? Option A, when they need to rest. Option B, when they need to make a phone call. Option C, when they want to turn around. Option D, they should never drive into a median. The correct answer is option D. They should never drive into a median. Explanation. Never drive across or park on a median. It is unsafe to do so. Question 100. What is black ice? Option A, a thick layer of ice on the road. Option B, a thin layer of ice on the road. Option C, ice that is black from debris on the road. Option D, ice that is easily seen. The correct answer is option C, ice that is black from debris on the road. Explanation. Black ice is a thin layer of ice that is clear enough for the road surface to be seen through it. A road covered in black ice may look like it is merely wet. Question 101. On a road which has no sidewalks, a pedestrian should walk on the Option A, side of the road which has the lightest traffic. Option B, same side of the road on which traffic is moving. Option C, side of the road facing oncoming traffic. Option D, side of the road which has the heaviest traffic. The correct answer is option C, side of the road facing oncoming traffic. Explanation. Pedestrians should walk on the side of the road facing the traffic in the lane nearest them. Question 102. When approaching a blind intersection, you should Option A, ride in the portion of the lane that will bring you into other drivers' fields of vision at the earliest possible moment. Option B, always be in the left lane to be the farthest from oncoming traffic. Option C, slowly sneak up to the intersection. Option D, weave slightly in your lane so your headlight has a better chance of being spotted. The correct answer is option A, ride in the portion of the lane that will bring you into other drivers' fields of vision at the earliest possible moment. Explanation. When approaching a blind intersection, move into the part of the lane that will bring you into an oncoming driver's field of vision at the earliest possible moment. For example, when approaching a blind corner to your right, you may be seen sooner if you are in the left portion of your lane and not in the center portion. Question 103. Stress can affect your driving by Option A, lowering your ability to focus on driving. Option B, decreasing your chances of an accident. Option C, causing you to fall asleep at the wheel. Option D, making you more aware of others around you. The correct answer is option A, lowering your ability to focus on driving. Explanation: emotions can have a great effect on your driving ability. You may not be able to drive well if you are overly worried, excited, afraid, angry, or sad. Stress can lessen your concentration on the task of driving. It is better to wait to drive than to risk driving while you are emotionally unstable. Question 104. A small vehicle may begin to float in only blank of water. Option A, 1 foot. Option B, 2 inches. Option C, 6 inches. Option D, 2 feet. The correct answer is option C, 6 inches. Explanation: be careful to avoid driving through flooded areas. A small vehicle may begin to float in as little as 6 inches of standing water. Deeper water may cause a vehicle to be washed away. Question 105. When you are planning to make a turn, you should activate your turn signals. Option A, only if there are other drivers following you. Option B, just as the front of your car reaches the intersection. Option C, 3 to 4 seconds before you reach the intersection. Option D, 2 car lengths before reaching the intersection. The correct answer is option C, 3 to 4 seconds before you reach the intersection. Explanation: to complete a turn safely, you should signal 3 to 4 seconds before turning. Question 106. On a wet road, you should reduce your speed. Option A, by about 1/2. Option B, by about 1/3. Option C, by about 1/4. Option D, by about 1/8. The correct answer is option B, by about 1/3. Explanation: you should reduce your speed by about 1/3 when driving on a wet road. It can be difficult to stop or turn when operating on a slippery surface, so you must adjust your speed to drive safely under such conditions. Question 107. When asked to complete a driver's side parallel parking maneuver, you should: Option A, pass the parking space while backing, then pull forward into it. Option B, pull forward past the parking space, then back into it. Option C, pull forward into the parking space without passing it first. Option D, back into the parking space without passing it first. The correct answer is option B, pull forward past the parking space, then back into it. Explanation: you may be asked to complete a parallel parking maneuver into a parking space that is to the left of your vehicle. You should drive past the parking space before backing into it while bringing the rear of your vehicle as close to the rear of the space as possible. Your vehicle should be completely within the boundaries of the space. Question 108. To reduce your speed before turning, you should: Option A, shift into neutral. Option B, pull in the clutch and use both brakes. Option C, apply the rear brake only. Option D, close the throttle and apply both brakes. The correct answer is option D, close the throttle and apply both brakes. Explanation: before you enter a turn, you should reduce your speed by closing the throttle and, if necessary, applying both brakes. Question 109. A load extending more than blank beyond the rear of a vehicle must be marked by a red flag during the day. Option A, 1 foot. Option B, 2 feet. Option C, 3 feet. Option D, 4 feet. The correct answer is option D, 4 feet. Explanation: If a load extends more than 4 feet past the rear of a vehicle, it must be marked by a red flag when being transported during the day in clear weather. The flag should be no less than 12 inches square. Red lights are required when transporting the load in times of limited visibility. Question 110. Headlights must be used. Option A, after 6 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option B, after 7 p.m. and before 6 a.m. Option C, after 8 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option D, from sunset to sunrise. The correct answer is option D, from sunset to sunrise. Explanation: your vehicle's headlights must be activated between sunset and sunrise. Use headlights anytime you are driving under conditions that lower visibility. Question 111. When driving on a gravel or dirt road, you should: Option A, slow down. Option B, increase your speed. Option C, come to a complete stop. Option D, maintain your speed. The correct answer is option A, slow down. Explanation: when driving on gravel or dirt, you need to slow down. It will take you much longer to stop on gravel or dirt than on a paved roadway, and it is much easier to skid when turning. Question 112. What do outside crossover mirrors allow a driver to see? Option A, the front bumper. Option B, the rear bumper. Option C, the right side of the bus. Option D, the left side of the bus. The correct answer is option C, the right side of the bus. Explanation: crossover mirrors are used to help a school bus driver see the danger zone area directly in front of the bus, as well as the danger zone areas to the left and right sides of the bus, including the area from the front of the bus to the service door. Question 113. When you want to overtake and pass another vehicle, you should: Option A, wait for a signal from the other driver. Option B, change lanes quickly so the other driver will see you. Option C, signal and pass when it is safe to do so. Option D, stay close behind the vehicle so you need less time to pass. The correct answer is option C, signal and pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation: if conditions are safe and legal for passing, check in your mirrors and signal your lane change. Before you pull into the left lane, look quickly over your left shoulder to make sure there is no vehicle in your blind spot. Question 114. When entering a street from a driveway, you: Option A, must drive slowly to allow approaching vehicles and pedestrians time to get out of your way. Option B, must honk your horn so approaching vehicles and pedestrians know to give you room. Option C, must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Option D, can disregard any pedestrians if there is no sidewalk. The correct answer is option C, must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Explanation: always stop before entering the roadway from a driveway and yield to any approaching vehicles or crossing pedestrians. The stop should be made before crossing the sidewalk area. Failure to stop is unlawful. Question 115. You should be cautious when passing a bicycle because of: Option A, you are moving faster than the bicycle. Option B, the bicycle always has the right of way. Option C, oncoming traffic may not see you pull out to pass the bicycle. Option D, the cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. The correct answer is option D, The cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Explanation: you should always be cautious when passing a bicycle because the cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Always be particularly careful when driving near bicyclists. Question 116. Fueling with passengers on board. Option A is encouraged during long trips. Option B should only be done if absolutely necessary. Option C is not our concern as long as the passengers stay inside the bus. Option D should be done to show the passengers that there is enough fuel to get to the next stop. The correct answer is option C. Is not our concern as long as the passengers stay inside the bus. Explanation: you should not refuel a bus while passengers are on board unless it is absolutely necessary to do so. In particular, never refuel a bus carrying passengers while inside an enclosed building. Question 117. Slow-moving traffic on a multi-lane highway should: Option A, drive in the right lane. Option B, drive in any lane. Option C, drive in the left lane. Option D, drive in the lane with the least amount of traffic. The correct answer is option D, drive in the lane with the least amount of traffic. Explanation: if you are driving more slowly than surrounding traffic on a multi-lane road, use the right lane. The left-hand lane is intended for use by fast-moving traffic that is passing slower-moving traffic. Question 118. Your license will be suspended if you accumulate blank points in a period of 12 months. Option A, 12 or more. Option B, 10 or more. Option C, 15 or more. Option D, 20 or more. The correct answer is option A, 12 or more. Explanation: points are added to your driving record when you are convicted of a traffic violation. Accumulating 12 or more points in a 12-month period, or 18 points in a 24-month period, results in a mandatory suspension or revocation of driving privileges. Question 119. Your tire blows out while you are driving. You should: Option A, slam on your brakes. Option B, hold your steering wheel tightly and slow to a stop. Option C, keep driving normally. Option D, turn on your emergency flashers and continue driving. The correct answer is option A, slam on your brakes. Explanation: if you experience a tire blowout, do not immediately apply the brakes. Grip the steering wheel firmly and steer to remain in your traffic lane. Reduce your speed gradually by releasing the accelerator and staying off the brakes. Once you are moving very slowly, apply the brakes lightly and pull off the road into a safe area. Question 120. This is a blank sign. Option A, stop. Option B, wrong way. Option C, yield. Option D, do not enter. The correct answer is option C, yield. Explanation: this triangular sign is a yield sign. When you see this sign, you must slow down to check for traffic and yield the right of way to pedestrians and approaching cross traffic. Stop only if it is necessary to do so. Question 121. Under normal conditions, a minimum following distance of blank should be maintained. Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option B, 2 seconds. Explanation: under normal conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least 2 seconds. Increase your following distance anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 122. A single broken white line down the center of a two-lane road indicates option A. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation. White lines are used to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Dashed lines indicate that drivers directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 123. A loss of air pressure in the emergency line will cause option A. The service brakes to activate. Option B. The tractor protection valve to close. Option C. The rear trailer to detach from the combination. Option D. The suspension springs to extend. The correct answer is option B. The tractor protection valve to close. Explanation. The tractor protection valve keeps air in the trailer's braking system should the trailer break away or develop a leak. A loss of air pressure in the emergency line will cause the tractor protection valve to open and the emergency trailer brakes to activate. Question 124. When encountering an aggressive driver, you should option A. Avoid eye contact, slow down, and let them pass. Option B. Cut them off to slow them down. Option C. Retaliate by tailgating them. Option D. Make sure they know you disapprove of their behavior. The correct answer is option A. Avoid eye contact, slow down, and let them pass. Explanation. If another driver is threatening you or intentionally driving dangerously around you, remain calm and try to put as much distance between the two of you as possible. Slow down and let them pass. Do not make eye contact and do not make obscene gestures. Question 125. You may turn right on red. Option A. If there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Option B. Before pedestrians have crossed any intersecting crosswalks. Option C. Before coming to a complete stop. Option D. After coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. The correct answer is option A. If there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Explanation. At an intersection with a solid red traffic signal, you may turn right after coming to a full stop. You may only turn if it is safe to do so and if there is no sign prohibiting turns on a red light. Be careful of pedestrians crossing in front of your vehicle. Question 126. An end school zone sign indicates option A. That the speed limit is 20 miles per hour. Option B. The beginning of a reduced speed zone. Option C. The increased possibility of encountering pedestrians. Option D. The end of a reduced speed zone. The correct answer is option D. The end of a reduced speed zone. Explanation. Do not exceed the school zone speed limit during indicated times. The end of a reduced speed school zone will be indicated by an end school zone regulatory sign. Question 127. How should you check your hydraulic brakes? Option A. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should not move. Option B. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should slowly move toward the floor. Option C. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should slowly rise. Option D. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should be easy to push to the floor. The correct answer is option A. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should not move. Explanation. To test hydraulic brakes, you should pump the brake pedal 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal and hold for 5 seconds. The pedal should not move. If it does, there may be a leak. Question 128. To reduce the effects of headlight glare at night, you should look: Option A, straight ahead. Option B, over your shoulder. Option C, at the center of the road. Option D, to the right edge of the road. The correct answer is option D, to the right edge of the road. Explanation. If oncoming drivers do not dim their headlights for you, keep your eyes on the right side of the road ahead. Do not look directly at the oncoming headlights because the glare may blind you for several seconds. Question 129. When towing a trailer, you must make sure that: Option A, the trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the trailer hitch. Option B, the trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the vehicle's bumper. Option C, the trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the frame of the towing vehicle. Option D, the trailer hitch is equipped with a fail-safe latch. The correct answer is option C. The trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the frame of the towing vehicle. Explanation. Your trailer must be equipped with safety chains. Safety chains must be attached to the frame of the towing vehicle and the trailer. They should not be connected to a part of the trailer hitch. Question 130. Before entering a roundabout, you must slow down and yield to: Option A, vehicles in the roundabout. Option B, bicyclists in the roundabout. Option C, pedestrians in the roundabout. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, vehicles in the roundabout. Explanation. When entering a roundabout, you must yield to pedestrians, bicyclists, and vehicles that are already in the roundabout. Question 131. You must not drive your vehicle at a speed greater than: Option A, the maximum speed limit. Option B, a speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. Option C, a speed that is safe for existing conditions. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, a speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. Explanation. You must not drive at a speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. You must drive at a speed that is appropriate for the area where you are driving, the type and condition of surrounding traffic, the presence of pedestrians, the weather, the quality of the road, and light conditions. You must drive within legal speed limits. Question 132. A steady yellow signal light means: Option A, the traffic signal is changing from green to red. Option B, you should slam on your brakes. Option C, you should increase your speed. Option D, the car in front of you is going too slowly. The correct answer is option A. The traffic signal is changing from green to red. Explanation. A steady yellow light tells you the traffic signal is changing from green to red. Slow down and stop for a steady yellow light unless you are already within the intersection or cannot safely stop before entering the intersection. Question 133. Smoothbore tanks have Option A. Bulkheads with holes to allow the flow of liquid cargo. Option B. Bulkheads that limit the flow of liquid cargo. Option C. Nothing inside to slow the flow of liquid cargo. Option D. Mirrors to allow easier viewing of liquid cargo. The correct answer is option B. Bulkheads that limit the flow of liquid cargo. Explanation. Smoothbore tanks lack bulkheads inside to limit the flow of liquids. They are particularly vulnerable to front-to-back surge. Question 134. When entering a curve, you should Option A. Get off the roadway. Option B. Use the shoulder. Option C. Downshift. Option D. Take the vehicle out of gear. The correct answer is option C. Downshift. Explanation. It is important to take turns and curves at a safe speed. You should always downshift before entering a curve. Question 135. A work zone. Option A may be moving or stationary. Option B is marked with black and white signs. Option C does not require a driver to slow down and pay extra attention. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, is marked with black and white signs. Explanation. Work zones are often stationary, but they may also be present in the form of moving vehicles striping lines, mowing, or removing snow. Work zones are marked by orange signs with black lettering or symbols. Slow down and pay extra attention when approaching or driving through a work zone. Question 136. When driving, you should look blank ahead of your vehicle. Option A, 1 minute. Option B, 45 seconds. Option C, 15 to 20 seconds. Option D, 10 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 15 to 20 seconds. Explanation. Watch 15 to 20 seconds ahead of your vehicle for cars braking, turning, or entering and exiting the road. This helps to prevent sudden stops and turns. Question 137. When getting ready to change lanes, you should Option A. Check your side view mirror. Option B. Check your rear view mirror. Option C. Quickly turn your head to check for other vehicles. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option C. Quickly turn your head to check for other vehicles. Explanation. Before changing lanes, check your side and rear view mirrors for traffic approaching you from behind. Just before you begin moving into the other lane, quickly glance over your shoulder and check for any vehicles that may be in your blind spot. Question 138. When making a turn or lane change, you should Option A. Signal immediately before the turn or lane change. Option B. Signal 100 feet before the turn or lane change, even if no other vehicles are around. Option C. Signal 100 feet before the turn or lane change, but only when driving in traffic. Option D. Any of the above. The correct answer is option B. Signal 100 feet before the turn or lane change, even if no other vehicles are around. Explanation. When slowing down, turning, or changing lanes, you should communicate with other drivers. Signal every time you want to change lanes or turn, even if there are no other vehicles in sight. Question 139. When approaching a steady green traffic light, riders should Option A. Continue riding, unless there are vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the intersection. Option B. Stop if a police officer is nearby. Option C. Treat the intersection like a four-way stop. Option D. Come to a complete stop before proceeding. The correct answer is option A. Continue riding, unless there are vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the intersection. Explanation. When approaching an intersection controlled by a steady green traffic light, yield to pedestrians, bicycles, and other vehicles still within the intersection. You may continue riding, but should approach the intersection at a speed that will allow you to slow down and stop if the light changes to yellow before you get there. Question 140. When driving in a construction zone, you should be prepared. Option A. To stop. Option B. To change lanes. Option C. For unexpected movement from workers or equipment. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. To change lanes. Explanation. When you are in a construction and maintenance work area, be prepared to slow down or stop as you approach workers and equipment. Be prepared to change lanes. Be prepared to react to unexpected movements of workers and equipment. Question 141. A telltale sign of a drunk driver is a. Option A. They are weaving between lanes. Option B. They are driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow. Option C. They are making quick and sudden stops. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. They are driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow. Explanation. Telltale signs of drunk driving include speeding, weaving, driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow, making jerking motions, and making quick and sudden stops. Question 142. Drivers should always look down the road blank ahead of their vehicle. Option A. 10 seconds. Option B. 12 seconds. Option C. 5 seconds. Option D. 3 seconds. The correct answer is option B. 12 seconds. Explanation. Drivers should always look down the road 12 seconds of their vehicle. Looking ahead may help prevent sudden stops or turns. Question 143. How far ahead of their vehicles should drivers scan the entire driving scene? Option A. 10 seconds ahead. Option B. 2 seconds ahead. Option C. As far ahead as possible. Option D. 5 seconds ahead. The correct answer is option C. As far ahead as possible. Explanation. Scan the road as far ahead of your vehicle as possible. Scanning the road ahead helps you identify potential hazards before encountering them and may help you avoid making last-second moves. Question 144. When approaching a stopped school bus with its red lights flashing and its stop arm extended, you must. Option A. Stop 5 feet away from the bus. Option B. Stop only if you see children are present. Option C. Stop and remain stopped until it appears safe to proceed. Option D. Stop and remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing and the stop arm has been withdrawn. The correct answer is option D. Stop and remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing and the stop arm has been withdrawn. Explanation. When a school bus stops with its lights flashing and its stop arm extended, you must stop at least 10 feet away from the bus. Remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing, the stop arm has been withdrawn, and the children have reached a safe place. This is the law whether you are approaching the bus from behind, approaching it from the opposite direction, or approaching it at an intersection at which the school bus is stopped. Question 145. You are approaching a railroad crossing and you do not see or hear a train. You must stop. Option A, if a stop sign is posted. Option B, if a crossing gate is lowered. Option C, if the crossing lights are flashing. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, if a stop sign is posted. Explanation. You must always stop before crossing railroad tracks if flashing red lights are activated, a crossing gate is lowered, a stop sign is posted, a flagger signals you to stop, or a train is visible or so close to the crossing that it would be hazardous to continue driving. If you are unsure if a train is too close for you to safely cross the tracks, stop. Never race a train. Question 146. Drivers entering an interstate from an entrance ramp must: Option A, slow down. Option B, turn around if another vehicle is in the lane. Option C, yield to traffic already on the highway. Option D, merge without looking. The correct answer is option C, yield to traffic already on the highway. Explanation. Drivers entering an interstate from an entrance ramp must yield the right-of-way to traffic already on the highway. Question 147. You may not park within blank of a railroad crossing. Option A, 15 feet. Option B, 25 feet. Option C, 40 feet. Option D, 50 feet. The correct answer is option D, 50 feet. Explanation. Drivers may not park within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. Park where drivers can clearly see your vehicle from both directions. Question 148. What are baffled liquid tanks? Option A, tanks that have bulkheads with holes that allow liquid to pass through freely. Option B, tanks that allow liquid to move freely without the presence of bulkheads. Option C, tanks that have nothing inside to slow the flow of liquids. Option D, tanks that are dented. The correct answer is option A, tanks that have bulkheads with holes that allow liquid to pass through freely. Explanation. Baffled liquid tanks are tanks separated by internal bulkheads with holes in them. These bulkheads inhibit front-back surge while the holes allow liquid to flow freely between compartments. Question 149. One function of the emergency air line is to: Option A, control the emergency brakes. Option B, flash when air pressure is below a certain psi. Option C, allow for quick turning. Option D, control the ability to maneuver during bad weather conditions. The correct answer is option A, control the emergency brakes. Explanation. The emergency air line, also known as the supply line, has two functions. The first is to supply air to the trailer air tanks, and the second is to control the emergency brakes on combination vehicles. Question 150. When sharing the road with a truck, it is important to remember that trucks generally: Option A, require longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Option B, require less time to pass on a downgrade than smaller vehicles do. Option C, require a smaller turning radius than smaller vehicles do. Option D, require less time to pass on an incline than smaller vehicles do. The correct answer is option A, require longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Explanation. Because of their size, trucks need longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Question 151. When driving a tractor-trailer equipped with ABS, you should: Option A, stop harder than you would otherwise. Option B, Use extra braking force to ensure the ABS kicks in. Option C. Brake as you normally would. Option D. Brake using less pressure than you would otherwise use. The correct answer is option B. Use extra braking force to ensure the ABS kicks in. Explanation. When driving a tractor-trailer combination equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, you should brake in the same manner that you would in a vehicle without ABS. Question 152. If you are using an unfamiliar motorcycle, what should you do before riding? Option A. Ride like you would on your bike, since all bikes are about the same. Option B. Check the controls and shift pattern. Option C. Take the owner's word that everything is in working order. Option D. Assume you know where all the controls are located. The correct answer is option B. Check the controls and shift pattern. Explanation. All motorcycles are slightly different, so you should check the controls and make sure you know the gear pattern before riding an unfamiliar motorcycle. Work the throttle, clutch, and brakes a few times prior to riding. Question 153. A 5-ounce glass of wine contains the same amount of alcohol as a. Option A. 1 pint of whiskey. Option B. 1 12-ounce can of beer. Option C. A gallon of wine. Option D. A 6-pack of beer. The correct answer is option B. 1 12-ounce can of beer. Explanation. A 5-ounce glass of wine, 12% alcohol, a 12-ounce can or bottle of beer, and 1.5 ounces of 86 proof liquor all contain approximately the same amount of alcohol. A person's ability to drive will be equally impaired by the same amount of alcohol no matter what kind of alcoholic beverage they drink. Question 154. Drivers should use headlights when? Option A. Visibility is 400 feet or less. Option B. Driving between sunset and sunrise. Option C. It is raining. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Visibility is 400 feet or less. Explanation. The law requires use of headlights from sunset to sunrise and when visibility is 400 feet or less. When it is raining, drivers should use their low-beam headlights and windshield wipers. Question 155. How often should drivers check their mirrors for traffic behind them? Option A. Every 45 seconds. Option B. Every 20 seconds. Option C. Every 10 seconds. Option D. Every 6 to 8 seconds. The correct answer is option D. Every 6 to 8 seconds. Explanation. Check your mirrors for traffic behind you every 6 to 8 seconds. It is important to know if someone is following your vehicle too closely or coming up too fast. It is also important to know how much space you have behind your car. Question 156. After an emergency vehicle passes you with its siren on, you must Option A. Drive closely behind the emergency vehicle. Option B. Drive as quickly as the emergency vehicle. Option C. Avoid driving closer than 500 feet behind the emergency vehicle. Option D. Drive very slowly near the curb. The correct answer is option C. Avoid driving closer than 500 feet behind the emergency vehicle. Explanation. When you resume driving again after being passed by an emergency vehicle, you must remain at least 500 feet behind it. Question 157. When a funeral procession is present, blank has the right of way. Option A. Another driver. Option B. A pedestrian. Option C, the funeral procession. Option D, a bicyclist. The correct answer is option C, the funeral procession. Explanation. Drivers, pedestrians, and bicyclists must yield the right of way to funeral processions. When the lead vehicle enters an intersection, the remaining vehicles in the funeral procession may follow through the intersection regardless of traffic control devices. Question 158. Curbs painted yellow indicated. Option A, designated free parking areas. Option B, paid parking areas. Option C, no parking zones. Option D, optional parking areas. The correct answer is option A, designated free parking areas. Explanation. Some restricted parking areas are designated by painted curbs. Curbs painted yellow may indicate a loading zone, a fire hydrant, or other restrictions prohibiting parking. Question 159. Drive below the posted speed limit when. Option A, you see a police car. Option B, driving on a highway where there are other cars. Option C, anything makes conditions less than perfect. Option D, you are on a four-lane road. The correct answer is option C. Anything makes conditions less than perfect. Explanation. It is dangerous to drive at a speed too fast for conditions, regardless of the posted speed limit. Anytime conditions are less than perfect, you should adjust your speed and following distance. Question 160. You are waiting in the intersection to complete a left turn. You should. Option A, signal and keep your wheels turned to the left. Option B, signal and keep your wheels straight. Option C, flash your headlights so drivers will let you through. Option D, drive around the rear of a car if it blocks you. The correct answer is option B, signal and keep your wheels straight. Explanation. You must always signal before turning or changing lanes. You should keep your wheels straight while waiting to make a left turn. If another vehicle hits you from behind, this ensures that you will not be pushed into oncoming traffic. Question 161. When approached by an emergency vehicle that is using its siren and slash or flashing lights, a driver must immediately. Option A, pull to the right and stop. Option B, pull to the right and slow down. Option C, pull to the right and turn on their vehicle's four-way flashers. Option D, stop and let the emergency vehicle pass. The correct answer is option D, stop and let the emergency vehicle pass. Explanation. When you are approached by an emergency vehicle that is using its lights, sirens, and slash or other warning devices, you must immediately drive to the right side of the road and stop. Question 162. On which side S of a vehicle should drivers maintain a space cushion? Option A, only to the front of the vehicle. Option B, only to the back of the vehicle. Option C, only to the left and right of the vehicle. Option D, all sides of the vehicle. The correct answer is option D, all sides of the vehicle. Explanation. The only way you can be sure you will have enough time to react to the movements of other drivers is by leaving plenty of space between your car and the cars around you. In general, you should try to keep a cushion of space on all sides of your motor vehicle. Question 163. If you are driving at night and are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet past the rear of your vehicle, you should attach blank to the rearmost point of the load. Option A, a red flag. Option B, a yellow reflector. Option C, a red light. Option D, a white flashing light. The correct answer is option C. A red light. Explanation. At night, if you are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of the vehicle, you are required to attach a burning red light to the rearmost point of the load. The light must be visible for at least 500 feet. Question 164. Never park a vehicle. Option A, in front of a public or private driveway. Option B, within 20 feet of a crosswalk at an intersection. Option C, within 30 feet of any flashing signal located on the side of the roadway. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, in front of a public or private driveway. Explanation. There are a number of locations where it is prohibited to stop or park your vehicle. Among these locations are in front of a public or private driveway, within 20 feet of a crosswalk, and within 30 feet of any stop sign, flashing signal, yield sign, or other traffic control device located on the side of the roadway. Question 165. The sign with this shape and color is a blank sign. Option A, no passing zone. Option B, wrong way. Option C, railroad crossing. Option D, stop. The correct answer is option A, no passing zone. Explanation. Pennant-shaped warning signs like this are only used to indicate a no passing zone. Question 166. When you are being passed from behind, you should: Option A, ride in the center portion of the lane. Option B, ride in the left portion of the lane. Option C, ride in the right portion of the lane. Option D, ride in any portion of the lane. The correct answer is option A, ride in the center portion of the lane. Explanation. When you are being passed from behind, stay in the center portion of your lane. This will discourage the other driver from re-entering your lane before it is safe. Question 167. The two indicators that determine when you should upshift are: Option A, engine speed and road speed. Option B, other trucks and road conditions. Option C, timing and road position. Option D, oil pressure and air brake pressure. The correct answer is option A, engine speed and road speed. Explanation. There are two indicators that determine when you need to shift into higher gear. One indicator is the engine speed RPM. You should read your vehicle's manual to learn its RPM range and shift up when you reach the top of that range. The other indicator is road speed MPH. You should learn which speeds each gear can accommodate, then keep an eye on the speedometer and shift up as needed. Question 168. Roads are most slippery right after it begins to rain because of: Option A, the water mixes with oil and grease on the road. Option B, the roads are naturally slippery. Option C, the gravel gets washed to the middle of the lane. Option D, some tires are not designed for rain. The correct answer is option A. The water mixes with oil and grease on the road. Explanation. Roads are particularly slippery when it first begins to rain. The water mixes with oil drippings on the road that have not yet washed away, creating a slippery and dangerous mixture. Question 169. Foundation brakes are used: Option A, only at the front wheels. Option B, only at the rear wheels. Option C, only at the driver's side wheels. Option D, at each wheel. The correct answer is option D, at each wheel. Explanation. Foundation brakes are used at each wheel. The most common type is the SCAM drum brake. Question 170. What are the colors of signs that tell you the distance to the next exit on a highway? Option A, yellow with black letters. Option B, black with white letters. Option C, red with white letters. Option D, green with white letters. The correct answer is option D, green with white letters. Explanation. Signs providing information about destinations are green with white letters or symbols. Question 171. Generally, how many alcoholic drinks will the human body get rid of each hour? Option A, half a drink. Option B, 1 drink. Option C, 2 drinks. Option D, 3 drinks. The correct answer is option B, 1 drink. Explanation. It takes about 1 hour for the body to get rid of the alcohol in a single drink. Question 172. The law gives blank the right of way at intersections. Option A, no one. Option B, drivers turning left. Option C, drivers going straight. Option D, drivers turning right. The correct answer is option D, drivers turning right. Explanation. The law does not give anyone the right of way at intersections. It only says who must yield. Even when one driver is legally required to yield the right of way, if they fail to do so, other drivers are still required to stop or yield as necessary to avoid a crash. Question 173. What does driving intrastate mean? Option A, traveling within a single state. Option B, traveling from one state to another state. Option C, traveling mostly within one state. Option D, a limited access roadway. The correct answer is option A, traveling within a single state. Explanation. Intrastate commerce is defined as when you drive a CMV only within a single state, and the cargo you are carrying is not part of a trip that began or will end outside of the state. Question 174. Round signs indicated. Option A, no passing zones. Option B, school zones. Option C, upcoming railroad crossings. Option D, hospitals. The correct answer is option C, upcoming railroad crossings. Explanation. Round signs warn drivers of an upcoming railroad crossing area. Drivers should use extra caution when approaching a railroad crossing. Question 175. You are making a left turn from a two-way street onto a one-way street. When you have completed the turn, your car should be Option A, in the right lane of the street. Option B, in the center of the street. Option C, in the left lane of the street. Option D, in the lane with the least traffic. The correct answer is option C, in the left lane of the street. Explanation. If you are turning left from a two-way street onto a one-way street, you should complete the turn into the lane closest to the lane you have just left. Question 176. When using a roundabout or rotary island, drivers should Option A, yield to entering traffic. Option B, yield to traffic already in the roundabout. Option C, drive in a clockwise direction. Option D, stop within the rotary island. The correct answer is option A, yield to entering traffic. Explanation. A roundabout is a circular intersection that usually does not include a traffic signal and flows in a counterclockwise direction around a central island. Motorists must enter from the right, yielding to traffic already in the roundabout, and follow the circle to the right until the desired roadway is reached. Question 177. The highway transportation system is made up of Option A, people. Option B, vehicles. Option C, roads. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, vehicles. Explanation. The highway transportation system consists of three major components of people, vehicles, and roads. It is a complex system with many diverse elements. Question 178. When merging onto a freeway, it is usually best to Option A, proceed slowly while waiting for an opening. Option B, accelerate to a speed that is faster than the speed of traffic. Option C, turn on your hazard lights until safely on the freeway. Option D, accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. The correct answer is option D, accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. Explanation. When entering a freeway, use the on-ramp to accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic so you can blend in smoothly and safely. Entering traffic must yield to traffic already on the freeway. Question 179. When approaching a curve in the road, you should reduce your speed. Option A, only if you feel like it. Option B, if you feel unsafe. Option C, before you enter the curve. Option D, once you are halfway through the curve. The correct answer is option C, before you enter the curve. Explanation. Always slow down near a curve or in any area where you cannot see clearly ahead. Reduce your speed before you enter a curve in the road so you do not have to brake in the curve. Braking in a curve can cause a skid. Question 180. In general, the body gets rid of almost blank per hour. Option A, 1 drink. Option B, 2 drinks. Option C, 3 drinks. Option D, 4 drinks. The correct answer is option A, 1 drink. Explanation. On average, a person's body can eliminate the alcohol content of about 1 drink per hour. Question 181. If another car is in danger of hitting you, you should Option A, sound your horn. Option B, wave your arms. Option C, use your emergency lights. Option D, flash your headlights. The correct answer is option A, sound your horn. Explanation. Your horn should be used to warn other drivers or pedestrians in situations where they may not see you. For example, if you think another driver is about to hit you, you should sound your horn. Question 182. The consumption of alcohol while taking drugs can Option A, decrease the effects of the drugs and alcohol. Option B, increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. Option C, help cure your illness. Option D, improve your driving ability. The correct answer is option B, increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. Explanation. The combination of alcohol and drugs, in some cases, can increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. It can be unsafe to drive after consuming either alcohol or drugs and is even more dangerous after combining them. Question 183. How can you lower the risk of hydroplaning? Option A, do not speed when the roads are wet. Option B, use tires with proper air pressure. Option C, replace tires with bad tread. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, replace tires with bad tread. Explanation. Hydroplaning happens when a vehicle glides on top of a thin layer of water between its tires and the road. Tires with low air pressure or bad tread can increase the risk of hydroplaning. Speeding also increases the risk. Question 184. If an approaching driver is using their high beam headlights, you should: Option A. Look directly at the headlights. Option B. Flash your high beam lights to remind the driver to switch to their low beams. Option C. Look to the right side of your lane until the vehicle has passed. Option D. Pull to the side of the road until the vehicle has passed. The correct answer is option D. Pull to the side of the road until the vehicle has passed. Explanation: if a vehicle is coming toward you while using its high beam headlights, glance away from the headlights and toward the right side of the road until the vehicle has passed. This will keep you from being blinded by the lights. Question 185. How should drivers use a shared center lane when traveling on a multi-lane roadway with traffic moving in opposite directions? Option A. To pass other vehicles. Option B. To slow down or stop before turning left. Option C. As an additional travel lane when traffic is moving slowly. Option D. As a parking lane. The correct answer is option B. To slow down or stop before turning left. Explanation: a driver may enter a shared center lane at a point on the roadway where their vehicle will have time to slow down or stop in order to make a safe left turn maneuver. A center turn lane is not a travel lane and may not be used for passing. Question 186. When traffic lights are horizontal, the green light is Option A. On the right. Option B. In the middle. Option C. On the left. Option D. On a separate traffic signal. The correct answer is option A. On the right. Explanation: in some metropolitan areas, traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical. On these signals, the red light is on the left, the yellow light is in the middle, and the green light is on the right. Question 187. What is the only way to reduce your blood alcohol concentration, BAC? Option A. Drink coffee. Option B. Exercise. Option C. Allow your body time to get rid of the alcohol. Option D. Take a cold shower. The correct answer is option B. Exercise. Explanation: the only method that effectively reduces your BAC is to not drink alcohol for a period of time. Coffee, exercise, and cold showers cannot reduce your BAC or change the effects of alcohol. They can help you remain awake, but they cannot change your BAC or make you sober. Question 188. Diamond symbols on pavement markings and signs indicate: Option A. School zones. Option B. Carpool lanes. Option C. Construction areas. Option D. Hospitals. The correct answer is option B. Carpool lanes. Explanation: carpool lanes are restricted to vehicles with 2 or more occupants. They are marked by a diamond symbol or with carpool-only signs. They are usually located on the far left side of a freeway and are separated from other traffic lanes by combinations of white or yellow lines. Question 189. You may not park Option A. On a hill. Option B. In a parking lot. Option C. On a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. Option D. Within 12 inches of the right side of the road. The correct answer is option C. On a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. Explanation: there are a number of locations where it is unlawful to park, including on a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. When parking on the street, you must be within 12 inches of the side of the road. Question 190. Downward-facing triangular signs. Option A. Tell riders to yield. Option B. Indicate school zones. Option C. Indicate construction zones. Option D. Tell riders to speed up. The correct answer is option A. Tell riders to yield. Explanation. Downward-facing triangular signs usually indicate that road users should yield. Once the road is clear of traffic, bicycles, or pedestrians and it is safe to do so, riders may proceed. Question 191. If your brakes stop working, you should first Option A. Shift the car's transmission into neutral. Option B. Pump the brake pedal several times and try to build up brake pressure. Option C. Flash your lights at other traffic. Option D. Jump out of the vehicle immediately. The correct answer is option B. Pump the brake pedal several times and try to build up brake pressure. Explanation. If your brakes stop working, pump the brake pedal several times. This will often build up enough brake pressure to allow you to stop. Question 192. As you drive, you must turn your headlights on. Option A. When you turn your wipers on. Option B. 1/2 hour after sunset. Option C. 1/2 hour before sunrise. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. 1/2 hour after sunset. Explanation. Headlights must be used from 1/2 hour after sunset and 1/2 hour before sunrise. They must also be used at any time when visibility is 500 feet or less and any time windshield wipers are being used. Question 193. When driving on a road that is not a freeway, drivers should look down the road at least blank ahead of their vehicle. Option A. 12 seconds. Option B. 10 seconds. Option C. 5 seconds. Option D. 3 seconds. The correct answer is option A. 12 seconds. Explanation. Drivers should always look down the road at least 12 seconds ahead of their vehicle, unless they are driving on a freeway. When on a freeway, drivers should look 20 to 30 seconds ahead of their vehicle. Looking ahead may help prevent sudden stops or turns. Question 194. When parking uphill next to a curb, set the parking brake and Option A. Keep the rear tires against the curb. Option B. Keep the front tires straight ahead. Option C. Turn your steering wheel away from the curb. Option D. Turn your steering wheel toward the curb. The correct answer is option C. Turn your steering wheel away from the curb. Explanation. When parking facing uphill on a street that has a curb, set your parking brake and turn your steering wheel away from the curb. This way, if your vehicle starts to roll, it will roll into the curb. Question 195. When making a right turn on a green light, you must Option A. Maintain your normal driving speed. Option B. Stop and look for nearby police cars. Option C. Yield to pedestrians. Option D. Increase your normal driving speed. The correct answer is option C. Yield to pedestrians. Explanation. Unless a posted sign prohibits it, you may turn right or left at a steady green light. When turning, you must yield to other vehicles and pedestrians within the intersection. Question 196. If your tractor is equipped with ABS but your trailer is not, the ABS Option A will not be effective. Option B will still improve your steering control. Option C will make jackknifing easier. Option D will allow others to see when you brake. The correct answer is option B. Will still improve your steering control. Explanation. In a tractor-trailer combination, if the tractor is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS but the trailer is not, the ABS will still improve the driver's steering control. The driver should keep an eye on the trailer and let up on the brakes if the trailer begins to swing out. Question 197. If someone has consumed alcoholic drinks, what will help the person overcome the influence of those drinks? Option A, tomato juice and lime. Option B, hot coffee. Option C, fresh air. Option D, only time. The correct answer is option D, only time. Explanation. Only the passage of time will allow a person to overcome the influence of alcohol. Question 198. Stop lines are solid white lines painted across traffic lanes. Option A, in curves and on hills. Option B, next to churches and schools. Option C, at intersections and pedestrian crosswalks. Option D, on freeway on-ramps. The correct answer is option C, at intersections and pedestrian crosswalks. Explanation. Stop lines are solid white lines painted across traffic lanes at intersections and pedestrian crosswalks. They indicate the exact location at which approaching drivers must stop. Question 199. If your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should: Option A, move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. Option B, buckle up. Option C, tilt the steering wheel downward, if possible, so the airbag points toward your chest instead of your head or neck. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A. Move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. Explanation. If your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should still buckle up and make sure that your passengers do the same. You should move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. If possible, tilt the wheel downward so that it points toward your chest instead of toward your head and neck. Question 200. Passing is prohibited. Option A, on hills and curves. Option B, at intersections. Option C, at railroad crossings. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, on hills and curves. Explanation. Locations where it is unlawful and unsafe to pass another vehicle include hills, curves, intersections, and railroad crossings.